Hi everyone, sorry
Hello.
we're late. Just been having a little run round for the last couple of minutes.
We nearly lost the stream.
I clicked the wrong button, so we nearly lost the stream again, but thankfully we managed to save it. Hi Mary, hi Tanette, hi Sassy Girl, Cindy, hi dear Finder Deb. Hi Douglas, I don't recognise your name. Are you new here, love? Hi Lorraine. Hi everybody. Yeah, so we've been working hard in the garden today. Absolutely beautiful sunshine.
Been lovely.
So
Happy Easter as well, everybody.
yeah, happy Easter everyone. So when I looked at the garden, there was such an awful lot to tackle that saying come into my head, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So basically I decided to cut the garden cleanup into tasks. So today I started to weed under the apple trees around the blackcurrant bushes, take all the weeds out, and also weed the strawberry bed. What I'm in the process of doing at the moment, I've done half a job today, is removing all the strawberries from the strawberry bed, and I'm going to plant them beneath the apple trees and in between the blackcurrants. And then we have some broad beans to plant out in what was the strawberry patch. So I'm halfway through that task, and we've done a few other jobs, haven't we?
You set out to do the one task, but then you turn around the corner and there's something else to do. So you start doing a little bit of that. Then you come back to the other one, then do a little bit of another thing. It's just never ending.
And then weeding another tub is so tempting, and then weeding something else is so tempting. I'll just do this one thing and I'll come back to that.
There's that much to do.
Hi Beth. Happy Easter, love. Hi Nina. Figured out you were scurrying around like little mice. We were, Mary, honestly. Trying to put my face on, trying to brush my hair. Mr. Wallflowers was trying to brush his hair.
Yeah, kept sticking up.
Thank you, Patricia. So Mary says, I'm still clearing inside things, dust and elephants. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've given the inside a once over early this morning, just dusted all the lounge and the fireplace, TV, etc., the wall units, brushed through. I didn't mop today.
There's no point when we're in and out.
And when Mr. Wallflowers got home, we had a cooked dinner. Then got ready and went straight out into the garden, didn't we? The sun has been so lovely today.
I think we only come in about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah. Then we had to rush around and get tea ready, didn't we? Had a lovely piece of sea bass with some rice, didn't we, for tea? Wild rice.
With lemon and garlic sauce.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to give the garlic a break soon, because we're gonna start to honk, aren't we? Hi Bridget. Hi Patsy. Hibu 62. Hi love. Hi Deborah Franklin. I had to say Franklin because there's a few different Deborahs. Oh, thank you. Patty's saying good to see the both of us. Thank you for that. Yeah. I had a not so nice message off someone this afternoon saying she'd like an explanation of. I think she was I think she's quite upset. We're actually in the conversing stage of trying to repair maybe what we've got. And I think she was quite upset about it. I thought most people would be quite happy for us, but there you go. Hi, Gina. Hi, Yvette. Susanna. Happy Easter to you all, love. Lovely to see you both. Enjoyed your walk in the woods. Oh, it was fabulous. It was a really good walk.
We've had a couple of nice days. It's been quite warm.
Hi, Mother Wolf.
Hey, Mother Wolf.
Yeah, and the orchard, it's just wonderful, isn't it? You know, it's tatty, it's full of bracken, but it's fabulous. You were actually saying about one of the apples you ate last year.
Little, you
Crab
said crab
apples,
apple, wasn't it?
yeah.
There was different little crab apples, but there was one tree that was really nice. Didn't like the other ones, but that one was really nice. And it's finding out where that tree is again now.
Yeah, that's why we go back so often and familiarise ourselves with what flavours are in what position, even though we might be able to say, well, we know that's a pear tree, we know that's an apple tree, because there's so many different varieties, and we want to follow the flavour thread because we like that particular one, or we want things for different reasons, whether I want to make a cordial or whether we want to make a fruit pie or whatever it is with it. You know, it's different flavours, isn't it?
And that orchard's been there for a long time. It's just abandoned. Not many people know it's even there. It's just set back off the track. I mean, we wouldn't have known it was there only for Wynne telling us.
How far would you say it is from our house?
It's 5-minute drive, probably 15-minute walk. But it's called the Beacon Country Park, and it runs the whole length of the town. So that's up high on the hill, and we're down in like the valley. So that's more or less all around us. And there's
so many different
of
sections, yeah. You know, I've lived here over 50 years. Not in this particular house. This is our second married home. And I was never aware of the orchard being there. You know, I've only been made aware of that, say, 3 years ago.
We were always up there as kids.
You were, yeah, but I wasn't even aware of it.
I never knew it was there.
All right, who else is doing a live stream, Bridget?
Bring it on.
We don't profess to be one of the bigger channels. You know, we're quite fortunate to have so many on the channel that we do. But I don't mind if people watch the stream afterwards, and I'm happy with whoever chooses to join us. And our community is one of the best. So
yeah.
I'd say
we're happy
best.
with it.
Yeah, so I know UK Prepper does some fabulous live streams. Funky Prepper, sorry.
He's normally Friday, though, isn't
he? Sometimes he does a Saturday. Last week he did a Saturday as well. And I know his live streams are fabulous. And we're not trying to take away from him. We're not trying to compete with him. It just this time suits us. We're quite happy with it. Oh, thank you, Leona. We love you too, love. Wishing you success and smooth things out, and I'm happy to see you both work and get your marriage. Blessing from Arizona. Happy Resurrection Day tomorrow. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, love.
Thanks.
Hi, Mel. Yeah.
Yeah, where that orchard is and the country park, if we go further up to the top, there's like a point, a beacon point it's called, isn't it? And that's the highest point of the town. But if you go past that and you start to go down a little bit further, you come to like where the quarries are and all the mines and the caves. Some of them are being filled in, but some you can still get in and still go into the caves. But we haven't been that brave.
It's quite difficult to do it in the spring and summertime.
The spring's not too bad, but
the foliage and everything grows over. So the best time to go looking for the caves, etc., is the end of fall, early winter. we've been, and it's been quite icy and quite tricky to get there, but we've done it, you know. And if we do that later in the year, we'll be sure to take the camera, won't we?
Yeah.
And go and have a look.
Yeah. But there's some nice scenery up that way, isn't there?
Yeah, some beautiful. Yeah, we'll do quite a bit of recording over the spring and summer. Will you be having dinner tomorrow with your sons? It's not a tradition we have as a family to have an Easter dinner. And it's not something as a child that we did either.
I think the youngest one's working tomorrow, and the oldest one, he goes off to like the Lake District. And
he goes rock climbing and different things with his friends. But as I say, it's not a tradition we have. We've had fish for this evening's evening meal. We had a nice piece of sea bass, and we'll probably have fish again tomorrow.
we'll probably have a roast tomorrow.
It depends, see how we feel, but it is a tradition for us to eat fish. Although we should have eaten fish yesterday, we did have the meatballs.
Wrong way round.
My mum wouldn't have been happy.
Yeah, we got loads of countryside.
Yeah,
that was a good thing about this. This is a new town. It was built in the 60s, mid 60s, and up until then it was just farmland and mines and
water lakes.
Yeah, and as they built the town, they've still kept quite a lot of the countryside and the woods. And
the Beacon is a vast open area, and it's absolutely huge. Up until recently, there was a really big golf course on part of it, and it's just coming to an end now, isn't it? The golf course, they've closed it down.
A lot of corruption going on with the council and different things.
But the Beacon is a vast area, and the area that I covered when we were picking the garlic bread is the River Tord, which runs through the town also, but separate from the Beacon, and that's just a slim forest area.
More like in the town, whereas the Beacon's higher up
on the edge of it.
outside.
Yeah, we can actually see views of the Beacon from our kitchen window and our bedroom windows.
We can go up to the Beacon and see all around, and we can see Manchester, Blackpool, Wales.
We can see as far as the Great Orme, can't we?
Yeah, 60, 70 miles you can see.
Yeah. You're not supposed to see 60 or 70 miles away, but we can. And that's with the naked eye.
I was thinking of you today, going to order the bottles to make elderberry champagne.
Oh, lovely.
We just spotted the elderberry tree next door to me today. It's just starting to come to life.
Come to life. When you say order the bottles, Brenda, what do you actually mean? Because what I did a couple of years ago, I bought 2 crates of large bottles of water, and I actually bought that water, not for the water itself, but for the bottles that came in. So, we used the water, but it was the bottles that we kept for the elderflower champagne. So I'm wondering if it may be cheaper or more realistic for you to actually buy a bottle with drinking. The larger bottles.
I think we bought 12 bottles of water in glass bottles for £5.
24, but we bought 2 lots. Yeah,
and it was buy one get one free, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right, it was. Yeah, so it was £5 for 12 bottles of water.
No, 24, wasn't it? Didn't you come in the box?
Yeah, buy one. It was 12, but buy one get one free. Yeah. And we used those, and they were absolutely fabulous. And we also used some plastic water bottles, etc.
Right.
But they can burst. The plastic is more likely to rupture than the glass, so you have to be careful of explosion. The glass
can still explode.
And if you're going to store them, you're best storing them in a shed, a pantry, somewhere out the way.
Not in the kitchen on the side.
Like ours did. We had glass embedded in the walls.
In the tiles.
In the what would you call them tiles?
Ceramic tiles.
Ceramic tiles had big chunks of glass embedded in them because the bottles just exploded. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, and it was.
And we'd only just come out of the kitchen at the time as well.
Yeah,
2
and
minutes
luckily
later,
it didn't smash the window because it was quite close to the window, wasn't it? Oh, that's lovely, Leona. Leona said she was blessed with a turkey from the local food bank. That will be our dinner tomorrow. Well, I got that really big duck, didn't I? But Mr. Wallflowers won't eat the duck, so it's just me. So I do have to cut it down to portion size. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, enjoy that, love. And what will you do with the turkey? Will you have it with a roast, or will you use it for many different meals?
A lot of people have curries and do it.
That's right, dear Clustering Queen. You know, we all live so many different lifestyles. Easter's just another day, and everyone's different. Some celebrate, some don't. That's right. I think it's become, other than, you know, a certain amount of people, you know, will celebrate it, will follow everything, whether the church goes or not. There's a vast amount of people in the public that it's corporatocracy, really, and just Easter cards, Easter chocolate, Easter clothes, etc.
Like Christmas, just
the religion
has
gone out of it. It's more commercial than anything. Yeah.
What was that, Bridget? You okay? Pulmonary embolism.
Wow, Bridget. Oh, I hope you're okay, love. We need our Bridget. She keeps me giggling. How did that affect you, Bridget? What happened? So you've been in hospital? She got home yesterday. Wow, wish I'd have known, love.
At least you're out for the live stream.
That's it. Leona says she's going to make a stock and can some up with turkey soup. That sounds lovely. And it'll last you quite a while then, because I can imagine you get quite a few out of that. Yeah. Happy Easter, Peck and Crumbs. There's some lovely new names I've not come across here before.
Peck and Crumbs.
It's what the chickens do, isn't it? So what are you guys thinking about the digitalization, the soft approach due to coming to America? We're hearing round about the July time. Is there one company in particular that is suggesting you go through them?
That's what we've heard, and we just caught the end bit of it before. Also, another thing, Nigeria have brought it in. We've seen a report on that. They're charging you to take your money out of the bank. To use the cash, they're charging you. It's
20% of your cash. Yeah, so whatever you choose to take out, so they're going to charge 20% of it.
Yeah. So there was a company in America that are bringing it in July that you can sign up for, where they'll, I don't know whether you get some kind of credit card, and it's like a banking thing, and you just use their like card all the time.
Why would you do that though? Because they're actually going to want a percentage anyway, aren't they, for that function, for that facility? So, Decluttering Queen, it's about the digitalization that we've been talking about for quite a while. It's actually happening in Nigeria at the moment. So
you just want to phase cash out.
In order for you to get your cash at the moment in Nigeria, the actual banks are charging 20% of what you want to withdraw. So if you want to withdraw £100, they're charging you £20 of that to withdraw it. So if you want to withdraw 1,000, they're going to charge you 200, you know, and bigger and vaster amounts are just going to be more and more. And there's a softly approach supposed to be coming out in America in July, just by one specific company to start off with. But they think it's actually going to escalate.
It's probably just a trial to see how it goes.
The full digitalization of the money is supposed to be 2024. Some are saying it'll be delayed till 25, but who knows? It could be escalated.
I was just reading that about Nigeria just before we come on, and said Nigeria is racing ahead of the UK for digital currency. And in the UK, the Bank of England and the Treasury are having meetings this summer with industry to set out an assessment of a case for potential digital currency. So they're talking about it this summer, the Bank of England and the industries. So
I don't think Nigeria were meant to go this soon, but they wanted to be in the forefront of doing it.
Yeah. But I think if they're going to charge us for money to be took out, I think they'll charge shops who are accepting cash as well. So if they're accepting
process the cash when they put it
they'll
back in,
get charged 20% because they've accepted cash.
So the costs will go up.
Yeah, so they'll either say, well, we can't afford that, so it'll have to be on your card.
There'll be a penal thing. They'll be penalised one way or the other, won't they?
Yeah. So it's all right saying get your cash out, but if you can't spend it anywhere, it becomes worthless.
But not only that, there's also talk of, when there is full-scale digitalisation, that each time you use that card to buy something, there'll then be a charge on top of that. You know, like you pay to use the card cash machine. Well, there'll actually be a charge each usage of your card. Now, whether that's on the internet, whether that's in a shop, it doesn't matter.
Even like your direct debits come out, you can charge you then on your digital wallet.
And it'll all be based on the euro. I'm not sure about the American version, but ours will be our own British euro. And they've been working on that for quite some time now. I watched a documentary about it during the week, and they were aiming to bring the British euro into play in October. Now, again, that can be pushed forward or it can be held back. But they didn't want places like Amazon and all these other companies to have their own variation of the British euro. They want to make sure that it's a governmental standard of British euro. So they've been trying to put the blockers on companies like Amazon, whoever these other companies are, so they can come out with their own standard euro. So we won't have pounds, shillings and pence anymore. It'll, not that we had shillings for a long time, but you understand what I mean, sterling,
pounds and pennies.
It'll actually be the British euro, and that's what our digital currency will be based on.
And people think we've left the European Union.
And we haven't. There's no way we've left the European Union if we're going to have a British euro. How you can't be in and be out of this at the same time. You can't be so fully a bigger part of NATO and everything else. Yet we've left the EU. No, it's not realistic, is it? We all prefer cash, hon, yeah. I mean, I've been trying to use cash as much as possible. So Leona says, in Canada, they are introducing what they are calling a grocery rebate. I will believe it when I see it. If eligible for the rebate, she may receive as much as $225.
Well, is that just the government helping you out because of the cost of living crisis?
I don't understand the concept, Leona. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? So what's the eligibility? Is it down to Social Security benefits or things like that? Hi, Patricia. Lovely to see you, hon. So Bridget's saying, but if that card machine is attached to your bank, then the bank's own cash machines will know their own customers. What do you mean, Bridget?
You can only use your card in
Yeah, you may
that
be able
banks,
to only use specific ones, mightn't you? That's right.
That's
Mary
it.
says, next step, purchases monitored, accepted or
Well, that's
denied
where we're
according
going.
to... Yeah, well, that's completely where it's going. You know, you can only have so much meat this month. You can only fill your car twice, because if we're in a 15-minute zone, you're not actually using your car, so you don't need diesel or petrol.
If you haven't paid your phone bill, or
Yeah,
you're late paying your lecky bill,
forcing us to eat the vegetarian diet or the insect diet. You've had enough fresh vegetables this month. You've had enough this, that, and the other. You can't buy that junk food because you're overweight, and it'll affect your health status. And then all your
scores.
digital scores will then be incorporated with your digital cash, and then your restrictions will be implied upon that, and it's full control across the board then, and that's what we've been trying to explain for quite a while, isn't it?
And when we first said it, everyone thought we were mad, and now there's more and more saying the same thing now.
What do you mean, Guy? You've got a herd of elephants? So Nina says it's based on income, low income and seniors, one-time payment linked to the GST payments that we get 3 times a year. So yeah. So here, people on income support last year got 3 payments of £300 and something pounds, and I believe they're getting it again this year, which came to about £900 something. Yeah, so that'll be the same basis.
But we were getting help with the
electricity,
and it was supposed to end in March, but they extended it for April, May, and June. But we haven't had April's yet. It hasn't come through.
I think it's stopped. I think they're not going to give us
it.
Well,
they said they'd approved it.
We were getting £60 a month, everybody, to help us with electricity costs, and this month it hasn't arrived.
Leone's single grandmother adopted and raised my granddaughter since she was 18. She was 18 months old. Now she's 18.
Wow, fabulous, Leona.
Time flies.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful, hon. But you're so proud of her as well. What does she do? Mel P, I'm not for this whole digital stuff. None of us are, love. I feel like it's an infringement of my rights. I'm very capable of taking care of my own money. Exactly. We mightn't have much of it, but we know how to deal with it. Yeah. It is very scary, Mary. It's very scary for all of us, but we can't let the fear creep in. We've just got to be aware of it.
Well, that's what's happening in Nigeria, Bridget. They are charging them for getting their own money out of their own banks.
And they're charging them 20% of the withdrawal. That's what I'm saying. So pick a bank, any bank.
If you want cash, Lloyds.
So if you're under Lloyds and you want to withdraw £100, they're going to charge you £20 to withdraw it. So you're only getting 80, you know. I'm growing a big garden, a lot bigger than last year. Finally bought a dehydrator and will hopefully be able to stockpile more. Well done, Patricia. Good on you. Yeah, that's what I'm dreaming of this year, how much I can actually put in the garden.
That's what we were like about 5 years ago. It was just all flowers and trees and plants and bushes.
We started pulling them out.
And then
replacing them with the edibles.
With food.
Last year, at the beginning of the year, I'd heard of a plant called a jostaberry. Has anyone here heard of a jostaberry? Josta. Sorry, I'm a bit. Josta, jostaberry. So I'd heard about them the beginning of the year last year, and quite interested in it. And then towards the end of the year, there was a plant show in our local shopping centre, and I managed to pick one of the plants up, didn't I, jostaberry? And it was quite a tall plant. Anyway, because it was towards the end of the year, I didn't actually plant it in the ground, and it got left in its tub. Anyway, we come across it today, didn't we? And it was quite root bound in its tub, but it's actually producing buds. So this year it will fruit, and it's got plenty of leaves. Mr. Wallflowers planted it for me today at the back in one of the raised beds towards the back of the allotment. Hopefully we should have some fruit off that.
Yeah, they are big black currants.
It's a cross between a black currant and a gooseberry. And it's supposed to be at least double the size of a big black currant. So yeah.
But they're supposed to taste like black currants.
Yeah, and they're quite disease-free and they're thornless. And I'm quite looking forward to see how it grows. And it's self-pollinating, so it doesn't need a partner plant, so it's quite sufficient on its own. Have you been sending me more subscribers? Gained 6 this week. I always recommend you to everyone, Bridget. I'm glad you're doing so well, love. You must have took the load I lost. only playing with you, love. But yeah, we dropped considerably again this week. We lost an awful amount of subs, didn't we? I think I lost about 30 subs this week. I get people don't really want to hear when you're having personal problems, but we're a community, and if one of you are having personal problems and you wanted to speak to me, I'd speak to you anytime, whether it's through the comments, whether it's through an email. I've invited you all before to my Facebook group, which is Wallflowers UK. And if any of you have any issues, you know, it wouldn't be repeated to anyone else.
We lose
I'm here to talk
subscribers
to any of you.
when we put a video.
I think a lot of people didn't like me being quite personal about my emotions and different things, but if anything, I'll always be honest. And sometimes that situation, I was quite lonely, and to speak to you felt right to me at that time. And obviously other people didn't feel we have a relationship on that level to be able to talk to each other. And I say we lost 30 subs, which is an awful lot of subs to lose. Thank you, Carmel. I smile every time I read the name. Don't know if you have ever heard of them, but my favourites are gooseberries.
Yeah, we've got one.
They're hard to find here now, except frozen. I have a gooseberry plant in the garden, a bush, and the red gooseberries. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. I put it in with mixed berry jam last year, didn't I? Did that.
It's just all the thorns that are on it. That's the only problem with it.
You should be able to dig up baby trees, Guy. So long as you go down and try and get the whole root ball.
Get a good decent.
If you're not going to plant it straight away, wrap it up in a piece of material or hessian and dump it in a bucket of water and keep the root moist. But yeah, still this end of the year, you should be okay replanting any tree, really. It's not too warm yet.
That's it, Nina. If you haven't got a garden, you can do everything in pots.
Dead Boy says, I've got 3 josterberry plants. This is the 2nd year they've been in the ground. The friend who I got them from, his plants after 4 years yielded 5 to 8 kilograms of fruit each plant. Wow, that's absolutely fabulous. That's some beautiful jams and pies, isn't it? Brilliant. What you plan to do with yours, Dead Boy? What's Nina saying? She lives in an apartment.
Yeah, with just a balcony.
Yeah, well, your peas and beans, yeah, they're absolutely fabulous. Climbing up your walls at the side, and some pots and tomatoes would be beautiful across the front.
We still grow in pots as well on the patio.
Yeah.
All our tomatoes are in pots.
Exactly, Cindy. You know, I say I'd be there for any of you, you know. Even just as a sounding board, if that's what any of you ever need. I'm always here, the other end of an email, the other end of a message. Thank you, Daz. Thank you. And that's Leon say there. Like I say, I love your channel. You two are right from the hip, and don't worry about the people that left. The most important ones are still here. 100% love, 100%. We're a real community. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. Exactly, Beth, and that was what I was saying about getting the whole root ball. The taproot of the trees is vital, because that's the water source, because it's reaching down into the water table to gain
deep
its strength. Yeah. Oh, gooseberries with ice cream, Bridget. Look, we're back to the food, aren't we? We just can't resist. Yeah, all them sweet flavours are coming into play again now, aren't they? I'd love to chat with you, but I'm not on Facebook, just this YouTube channel. I really love you both and enjoy your live chats. Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you. I say we're on email. The email's in the About section. If it was something that you didn't want to put in the comments, please feel free to send me an email.
Do you have a link to your Facebook group? It's just Wallflowers UK.
It's the same title as the YouTube channel, so, and there's a gap, so it's Wall Gap Flowers UK. Flowers Gap UK. It's the same title, and you'll find us on Facebook. Again, I haven't been very proactive on it with everything that's been going on, but we're looking at working much harder and being more proactive with our membership group, membership lounge. There's a few people here from our membership lounge today, and I shared a preview video to the level 3 members yesterday, and then uploaded it today. So it was the meatball video. I shared a video to all our membership members, and we're going to be more proactive on that, and we're also going to build up the Facebook page as well. But you're all welcome to join the Facebook page. You're all welcome to join the membership. No pressure. Some people can, some people can't, but it's there if you want to check it out. And where you find it is normally each video I upload, it'll say join. And even for curiosity's sake, and you're not wanting to join at this time, just click it, have a look, see what it's all about. It's a payment thing. There's a minimum of $2.99, $5.99, and $23.99, I think. And they're the 3 different levels. But take a look, see what you think. There's no pressure.
Mother Wolf, we have a chocoberry bush. What's that?
Chokeberry. Now, I've heard of a chokeberry, but I've never seen one. This year it's going to produce a lot of fruit, and I'm going to make jam with some of it. What's the fruit like, Mother Wolf? How would you describe the chokeberry fruit? Now, Mother Wolf's in Wales, so it's the same climate as us, so that's something we could grow.
Cindy wants to see you make the dandelion honey.
Well, we discussed it.
Done today.
We discussed it today. I don't have nearly as many dandelions growing in the garden, the back garden this year, because the lawn has had branches, twigs. The grass has been overgrown. It's not been tended to. Normally we have a lot more dandelions out there. But I did a quick head count, and there was about 70 in the back garden, and that's more than enough to make 3 jars. So I may just be doing that tomorrow at some point. I've only got white sugar in at the moment, so the first lot I'll make is white sugar honey with the dandelions.
Might have some brown.
And then I'll do a brown sugar one. But if you go right back to the very first videos we made on the channel, it was the dandelion honey. Now, we weren't used to making any videos, and it ended up being in 4 different parts. But if you can't wait for me to make it, it's actually already in the video list, but it's the very first video we made. Because I know, Cindy, you've been mentioning it a couple of times. We spoke on the comments, didn't we, earlier? So if it's something you really want to get onto quickly, go right back to the very first video we made, and it's there. But I'll do an updated version soon.
Stephen says, "Have you seen the video animation Beyond the Reset?"
I don't think I have. No. Where will we find that, Stephen?
It'll be on YouTube. We freeze dry freeze fruits.
Wow, they're expensive though, aren't they, Beth? I've lost where I was up to. Yeah, I looked at one of those freeze dries and I think it was about £4,000, wasn't it? It was really expensive. So yeah, good on you. Are they expensive on the electricity, Beth?
Oh, that boy's using this for adult Ribena.
Adult Ribena? What's that? Alcoholic?
Gin.
Gin. Enjoy, love. Enjoy. Yeah. Yes, Beth, we're on Facebook. I had, I think I started the Facebook account before the YouTube account. And there's a lot of history to go back on there.
It's only 3 years now for the YouTube.
Nearly 3 years for the YouTube, and I think it's about nearly 5 years for the Facebook UK account. And yeah, you're very welcome to join, Beth, and go and have a look right through all the stuff on it. Yeah, be lovely to have you on board.
Berries are cross between blackcurrant and blueberries.
Oh, that'll be lovely. Yeah. Where did you get your plant from, Mother Wolf? Did you go to a garden centre, or did you get it send away for it, or? Yeah, Mel P says, eating bugs. I have to wonder what's really wrong with people who think that it's a genius idea. I know, well, how many restaurants are being closed down for having cockroaches and having this, that, and the other bugs in it? But yeah, soon they're going to invite us in and only supply cockroaches and bugs and whatever for us to eat. That's what the main menu will consist of.
We had enough bugs when we were kids going down the hill on our bike.
Did us no good. Oh,
comments just keep
coming. Most of us killed dandelions, and now I have over large a piece of land and wish I could grow nothing but dandelions for healthy stores. I can't figure out where to get good seeds for it from. I don't, because with the sugar, I don't think the sugar candies have produced the seed for the dandelion, would they?
Yeah,
it's
the same.
The sugar candy. If you collect some of them from the wild and blow them on your grass, probably
it will.
They'd be the seeds for your dandelions, Patricia.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what I mean by the sugar candy? So it was the white head, and you literally blew it, and they dispersed everywhere.
And just before they go like that, the dandelion
that's
yellow.
The seed head for the dandelions. So Cindy said, you usually have to install separate outlet for the freeze dryers. I looked into them, but they're quite spendy, really expensive.
Saying she went in with 4 friends. They all chipped in for it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, community one. That's fabulous.
Easy on the cost. Comments are just flying there.
I know, yeah. Our bridge, it's been on nearly 2 years now. How many subs have you got on average? Thompson and Morgan online. I say we don't tend to buy that way, but I will take a look because I'd like to have those types of plants. Yeah. And are they profuse? What kind of weight of fruit would you get off one plant? Are they self-pollinating? Pebbles hasn't left my side since I came here. Oh, God love you. She wouldn't. Sorry, guys. Visitors here will watch replay. Thanks for coming, Phil. Speak to you soon. Enjoy your friends.
Get your visitors to watch as well.
Good night, decluttering queen.
Good night.
Speak to you soon, lovey. Frank C. Just gotten along. My mate said I should grow loganberries. I never heard of them. Have you? I've heard of loganberries, but again, I've only heard of it. I can't imagine what the fruit looks like or what it is. 157. Wow, you've shot up now, then, haven't you? Good on you, love. Yeah, good on you. Keep going. Just keep that potty mouth under control. I'm only teasing, love. Your channel. You do what you like, love.
Yeah, thanks, Gina. Push the like button, everyone.
Oh, thank you.
Only 13 likes.
The likes helps us, love. If everyone can push the like button, we'd really appreciate it. And if the odd person thought they could take it in the heart to share to anyone else or your Facebook pages or anywhere else, that'd be great. We need to pull back these 30 we've lost.
They'll be back.
They'll be back. I don't think they will. But once you decide to leave, I know when I've left a channel, I've never gone back again. Sometimes I've checked in later, but I don't think I've resubscribed to channels that I've unsubscribed from. Not many.
I don't even unsubscribe to channels. Once you subscribe, you subscribe.
Yeah, well, that's it. I can't remember. I think I've only unsubscribed from a couple, and that's in all these years I've been on it.
Loganberries are delicious. And tayberries are worth growing.
What's a tayberry?
Like giant raspberries.
Oh, yes.
Thanks for the likes then. 43 likes. That's shut up.
Very good. Fabulous. Here in the States, Amazon sells organic dandelion seeds. We simply save our own seed heads and grow them in a planter box. We love young dandelion greens. Dandelion greens are lovely, yeah. I keep saying every year I'm going to actually try and make the coffee from the root. I've never, ever done that. I've eaten the dandelion greens, and as I say, I make the honey from the petals every year.
Or something? What did we do the dandelions?
We done nettle pizza.
Yeah,
we had dandelion salad. Yeah. Just been looking for your Facebook page. I can't seem to find it. Just double check that I've said it right with all the gaps in it, or is wallflowers all one word?
Well, we've got 2 new members already.
So 2 people have joined. Dead boy, 2 people have just joined. So other people have found it. Take another look, love. It's a capital letter on the wall. And a capital letter on the flowers, and the UK is capital as well. If I can just, I don't know how well you can see this, but that is it's the same logo. It's Wallflowers UK. I know it's coming up back to front, but that's our YouTube channel, guys. Everyone's well, not YouTube, Facebook channel. A group, not channel. I'll get it right in a minute.
If we can share the link, we'll put it on.
Oh, MJ, that's great. Got your spuds in today.
We were talking about that today.
Yeah, you want to get spuds in straight away, don't you? Brilliant. Hi, Gaz.
Hi, Gaz.
You okay, love? I've also unsubbed many channels. I really don't like that they are doing promotion sponsor.
A lot of them seem to be doing that now.
Oh, but I did find a surprise parsnip grown in the ground. It's very good. It's always a lovely surprise. When I spotted that the celery had made it through the winter, I was absolutely made up with that. Sam, this chat is just free chat on a Saturday. So if you'd like to talk about something or you'd like to ask a question, we talk about preserving food, we talk about the weather, we talk about prepping, we talk about tasty food, we talk about politics, we talk about everything and anything under the sun. It's just free time chat. We're all friendly. and we won't tolerate
just a
any
Saturday night
rudeness. We're all
hangout.
friends here together, and it's just a hangout for a Saturday night. That's right.
Passes the time.
Please feel welcome, Sam. Please join in if you feel that's what you want to do. Yeah, Bridget. So basically, the taproot, if you pull up the dandelions, you've got that long stem. You're supposed to leave that to dry out. I think you peel it. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone else knows. Slice it up, bring it to the boil. Stew it in a pan, isn't it, basically? And you can actually make your own. It's not going to be like Nescafe or Dow egg bits or anything like that, but it's a form of coffee that you can make from dandelion roots, yeah. And as we've just been saying, you can actually eat the leaves in a salad, in a stew, on a pizza. I make honey out the petals of the flowers, and the whole of the plant is edible. The dandelions, yeah, another coffee, please. Dandelions are so healthy and so versatile and can be used for so many different things. They're wonderful, yeah. So if you've got them in the garden, mind you, it's a different issue for you because you've got a dog, and I don't know if your dog toilets in the garden. I presume so. Most will. They'll lift their leg anywhere, won't they? They're like cats. But I don't have pets in my garden, so I eat them out my back garden and my front garden. Some grow wild in the paths, obviously, when weeds grow. When I run out of that supply, I actually go out then in the foraging walks and pick more because I make 12 months supply. But the little blighters, when you're trying to get rid of them when you think they're a weed, because you'll pull the head off one day and I'll collect it and I'll go back out the next day and they're all back again. Well, to me, that's a blessing because I want them to be back, because I want, dandelions will produce like 5-6 heads on the one plant. So to me, that's a blessing because I can keep collecting them each day, pick them, and go back, and there's more there the next day. But if you're trying to eradicate them because you think it's a weed, it's not so good. They are self-pollinating. There are loads of flowers this year, so I think we will have a bumper harvest. The bush gave us 4 kilograms. Wow, that was the chokeberry, Mother Wolf. And they grow around 4 foot tall with the spread of 4 foot too. Now that sounds fabulous. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. Really will. Because the josterberry I planted today grows to 5 foot. I think it had a span of nearly 4 foot as well. You would, Bridget. I'm not repeating that, love. Nettles make a lovely soup, and they're good. As I say, we've had them nettles in stews. We've had them on a pizza. And nettles are really tasty. Yeah, I agree with that, MJ. They're basically just spinach. Yeah, free spinach. If you put an upturned plant pot over a dandelion plant for a couple of weeks, it blanches the leaves so they're not as bitter to eat in salads. Oh, very good. Never knew that, Deb boy. We used to call them pea the beds. Yeah, a lot of people used to call dandelions. Well, we call them wee the beds. Yeah. Well, that's what Bridget's saying. She used to call them, I'll say politely, weeing daisies. Peeing daisies. Yeah. And there's many a thing, that a weed is just a plant in the wrong place, but a lot of these weeds are medicinal. Mr. Wallflowers was pulling up herb Robert today. He said, that smells like a herb to me. I'm sure that can be used for something. And I said to him, yeah, that's called herb Robbie. It kind of gave me a funny look, didn't you? Oh no, now it all knows what it is again. Wasn't it?
I'm sure we'd like it if we tried.
Yeah. Dandelion honey is easy to make from the flower. It is, holy cow. It's very easy to make. And as I say, I've been making it, must be about 4 years now I've been making it. And I make a 12-month supply to stock the pantry. And we cook with it on a regular basis. We have it on all kinds, yeah. So MJ says, any unwanted weeds, etc., cut it up small and leave it in a water bucket. It does smell after a few weeks. Add 1 jar of the weed mixed water to 10 jars of water for good free plant feed. Yeah. Well, we had a bucket that I'd collected weeds in last year that was left there, and the rainwater had collected on it. Mr. Wallflowers tipped it in the compost bucket today. Oh, it stank, didn't it? Oh, it absolutely stank, but it'll do the compost bucket a world of good because you do still have to water a compost bucket if it gets dry, and you have to remember to put the layers in brown waste, green waste, brown waste, green waste, soil, brown waste, green waste, brown waste, green waste, soil, and you do have to keep it moist as well. Yeah.
And then the next year you get compost at the end of it.
Yeah, yeah. So we can't get any compost out that compost bin this year because we took it last year, and I've basically just put 3/4 of garden green in it.
In the front ones should break down, but that's mostly fruit and leftover peelings and stuff, isn't it?
So we're planning to look at doing some car boot sales now the good weather's come. So I'm going to be sieving through and decluttering to see what I can take out that we're not using. Spare pairs of curtains, bits of kitchen items that are no longer used because we moved on to different items. And just looking around the house, really, whether it be clothing, whatever it is, we're just going to amass them together. Some spare plants in the garden, and we're just going to go out and do car boots. We've got a local one coming up. I think that's meant to be the 16th, is it? Next weekend, and that'll be our first one. And I love a car boot. I absolutely love the rummage. I love the chat and talking to people. Anyone been to a car boot yet this year?
I don't think the Americans have car boots, do they?
They have
garage
sales and tabletop sales and things like that. Has anyone been to a garage sale or a tabletop sale recently?
I think the car boots are only just starting now because of the weather.
On our mortgage, it allowed us to own 1 pig, Gaz, but I don't think the neighbours are be too happy if we had cows in the garden. I don't think I'd have any room left for the allotments. Yeah, MJ, I love a good car boot. Yeah,
we used to do them all the time.
Well, we earned a good living, didn't we, from the car boots? We used to sell all the plants, all the fresh veg that we ran as a business. We used to do a home delivery service, selling plants, selling fresh veg. And if you look on the Wallflowers Facebook page that I introduced you all to earlier, as you go down and down in the history, you'll see the organic fruit and veg we used to sell and everything else, all the flowers and the plants.
So that Facebook page has been on 10 years.
Must be a good 10 years, yeah. You'll see a really good history of the plants and the vegetables and everything we used to sell as a business.
Yeah, they're only just starting now.
Yeah, they're just starting. Our first one's going to be on the 16th, Cindy. If you ever went to the Bridge Mary one, we have probably met. I'm not sure where Bridge Mary is, MJ. We're in Lancashire. Where are you? Where would you say Bridge Mary was?
Wales,
It has been too cold. Sometimes they used to have them in winter, or the school
Inside
sales
ones.
and inside ones. Yeah.
No, too far away for us, Hampshire.
Yeah. How
Like
far is Hampshire away from us?
South coast, right down the
Yeah.
bottom.
Yeah.
5-hour drive for us.
I will start a new trend: wheelchair boot sales, stuff what I can in a rucksack and flog it.
Just
Go
get
for it, girl.
get a
You'd be
trailer.
great on a car boot.
You only need a trailer.
I'm coming up to meet you one day soon, honestly. It's getting warm. There's icon here. I don't know if everyone sees that or just we see it.
He's been a member for 3 months.
He's been a member for 3 months, yeah. Well, he upgraded to level 3 a while ago, yeah. It is getting warmer.
Decluttering 10 years of stuff you don't need anymore.
That's it.
Right, Patricia. Tony sitting there gathering dust.
May as well be money in your pocket or paying a bill that you don't have to worry about your hydrator or whatever you need, you know, your storage bags, whatever it is. Kitting out the pantry.
Oh, you're in Wrexham now. Wrexham's not too far. Wrexham's only 45 minutes away.
Oh, you'll find it, Deborah, if you keep looking. As I say, it's exactly the same name.
We'll have to try and put a link in the comments or something.
Yeah. What do the council owe you money for, Gaz? They're all right taking your money, but they won't pay you it back. They'll probably give you a credit note. Wow, where are you going, holy cow? Where's your car boot? And is it outside or inside?
It'll be outside tomorrow. The weather's nice tomorrow.
It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year so far tomorrow. And today was beautiful, wasn't it?
I'd say that all the car boots will probably start tomorrow, won't they?
For the last 2 days, I've been able to go out without a coat on, which has been great. I've been looking forward to that.
You know, big car boots, Bearsco, it's called.
Bearsco, yeah.
It's between here and Ormskirk.
We absolutely love Bearsco car boot, didn't we?
Just massive.
At the beginning, when we first started going, we did it for a few years, and we'd get there like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, set up and get, you know, hopefully get the best size. And towards the end, we'd just arrive about 9 o'clock, 9:30, and we'd get the last spot. We'd still sell out before we went home, and we just fabulous.
Have to drive through the crowds.
We'd be like the Grease. What's the song as they drive?
We go together.
We go together like
driving through the crowds.
I'd be like that in our big van. Oh, is it? Where are you, Amy? So Bridget says, today was lovely. I was just in the garden with these two. Who's these two, Bridget? Have you got 2 dogs? I only think I've ever seen one. And Carmel says, it's my goddaughter's christening tomorrow. Lands on the perfect day. That'll be lovely, yeah. Be able to put something summery on and enjoy it. My towns in my area have town sale day, yard, garage sales galore. Fabulous. And is that on now, Rhonda? Been great weather up here in Scotland, I was surprised. Fabulous. Fabulous. Yeah, Scotland's the last to get it, isn't it? Nice to see you both again. Keep having a nice Easter. Hope for spring weather now. And the gardeners waiting under all the snow. Night from Sweden. Night. Snow will be gone soon. You'll soon have the sunshine on your face, love. Thanks for coming. We'll speak to you soon. Ainsdale, oh, you're down the road, love. Yeah.
We go to Ainsdale Beach in the summer.
We went swimming there last year.
Yeah, swimming in the sun.
Oh, you think of it now and you think, why did we swim in it? But it was the hottest day of the year, wasn't it?
apart from the jellyfish.
Oh, you got the grandchildren tomorrow. Oh, that's lovely, Bridget. How old are they? So Beth says the stores we shop at actually give us a break when we pay cash, since they have to pay a fee whenever someone
Well, that used to be the case, didn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not no more.
Well, it probably won't be in the future. Each time it's a different weekend. I'm decluttering to purchase new clutter. We all do that. That's what I'm saying. I like to have a roost. I'll come back and I'll go, I've seen this thing.
And we might need it one day.
Yeah.
So just put it in the cupboard.
No, there's quite a few items I've found, and I've got really good deals on. The table that we're actually sat in front of now, I paid just £1 for it, and it's a lovely little table. I know you can't see it, but yeah, got it for just £1. It does need a varnish, sand down on a varnish again, but I'm still quite happy with it. And that was about 4 or 5 years ago. It's got to have been longer. It was only £1. Do you remember?
Yeah. That's a solid wooden table.
The benefits of having a van, we can put big things in it, can't we?
Yeah. What else? This is 17, but the twins are 17 months.
Wow. Oh, enjoy it, Bridget. Enjoy it. Really do.
Hi, Tessie. It's been nearly missed it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day, Tessie. I don't blame you, but thank you for coming, love. Lovely to see you. Tessie's in the house.
And you've got a lot of work to do in that garden, seeing that video today.
Caroline just crawled in as well. She's been watching the tennis. Hi, Caroline. Lovely to see you.
Watching the tennis? For the pound.
What's it?
It's like an oak.
It's like an oak or something like that, guys. It's a nice, lovely table.
It's like a medieval kind of looking thing.
I'll take a picture one day.
For $5, I guess.
You can have it for the digital euro card. Wow, Les, thank you so much.
Thank you, Les.
It's in pounds as well. Thank you so much, Les. That's lovely.
I'm on lemon juicy.
What's lemon juicy? Oh,
spring,
yeah.
isn't it?
Are you on a farm, Les, or have you just got like a homestead set? Or say just. Have you got a homestead set up? Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it?
I'm going to a flea market tomorrow. You might need a dumpster.
I've heard of people dumpster diving, and I find it so amazing to see what they can pull out of them. I'd love to be able to go dumpster diving, but we don't have anything available like that round here, do we?
Well, they made it illegal, didn't they? They started locking the skips up and stuff, didn't they?
I don't know whether to ask, but you share if you feel able to. Don't feel pressured if you can't.
No, because you went to hospital.
Oh, when you went to hospital. Sorry, yeah.
Now, prices for petrol are lower if you pay for cash. Well, that's a good thing.
That's fabulous, Beth. Yeah, I wish that was happening here. It's not.
Rain stopped playing in Portugal.
You
should have had it in England.
It's not like you not to be following this. You like the tennis.
I like Wimbledon. Les is in Scotland on a Highland Croft.
Very nice. How big's that, Les?
Is there many lambs or?
All use a lemon in the warm sheds. Oh, sounds lovely. I bet it stinks though. Sorry, but to someone who's not used to it, I bet it would.
But it's hard work.
Love
the channel from a fellow Scouser living in Wales.
Oh, thank you, M. Evans.
We often go to Wales when it's nice.
What's the M for, love, so I can...
Yeah, Tessie's had it bad this week with the weather.
Yeah, we've been thinking of you so much, Tessie, honest to God. Seeing that tree through the garage building that you'd not long had set up. so lucky it wasn't the... Wow, Gaz, thank you
Thanks,
so
Gaz.
much.
You sure,
thank
mate?
you, love.
2 acres of garden.
Wow, thank you, love. Yeah, and that was Tessie's garage that she'd not long had for the new car, you know what I mean, to go into and that. But imagine that was the trailer. No, as she said, I don't know if it's today or yesterday, I've been there since the early 60s and nothing at all has happened. So she saved us a bugger because nothing's coming near of all the atrocities that have gone on. Nothing's come near that. It's in a safe zone, you know. But to think that building was just took out, it's crazy. Myra, oh, pleased to see you, Myra. Nice one. And a scouse bird too.
This has got 2 acres of garden, square miles of woodland, ancient meadows, and the lamb shed smell like wool.
And do you do anything with the wool? I know you say it smells like wool, but if you shear them, I've seen documentaries in the past where people will dye it and, you know, spindle it and make it into things themselves. I know you've got enough hard work on your case as it is, like.
You gotta sit there with the bottle and feed them.
Thanks, Gaz, and thanks, Les.
The comments were cruel. What comments? Can't believe people.
It was amazing. Turmoil all around me, but not 1 inch. Where she said, Beth, the comments were so cruel. I can't believe people sometimes. Why what people being saying, Tessie? It's awful. We paid over 16,000 last 2 years removing trees, so we're safe in that case. Yeah. Wow, that's fabulous. He exports it all over the world and he supplies fibre artists, museums, etc. That's wonderful, that. Brilliant, good on you, Les.
Got a dehydrator full of spring greens, nettles.
Ground elder. Oh, what are you doing with ground elder? Chickweed and dandelions. My plan is to add this green powder over the year to add to it. Yeah, that's what I do. I start off with so much and I get more and more and I just fill the jars. But I do mine separate.
As you were saying, don't get the ground elder mixed up with the elderflower, weren't they?
No, you've got ground elder
that was
and then elder. Yeah.
The same kind of thing.
Well, ground elder grows up from the ground, elderflower grows down. Wow, that's shocking, Tessie. I can't believe people... I just don't know how the brain works. I say I had one being quite cruel to me today. It's going to be who they're going to be. It's not who we are, is it, love?
You help stupid people.
I guess calling someone stupid is unchristian. Imagine if I said what I really thought. Lol, just
well, we were saying what you really thought. We used the words.
Giggling with you, love.
We knew what you meant.
It's not worth it, is it? It's just not worth it.
Oh, that money's gone now, guys.
So Beth says we have local community groups who remove trees after storms for free in exchange for getting the wood, which they cut and give to folks who heat with wood. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's expensive here to
it's
get a
just
tree
the rest
down.
of the structure as you take the tree out and what further damage is going to be created, you know. As Tessie was saying in a video, you know, it's all well saying we'll come together as a community and try and save money, not getting the professionals in. But you have to look at the overall and know what you're doing, because by removing such a tremendous weight after the damage that's created, it then causes structural damage underneath, you know, because obviously that garage is going to be repaired. Obviously the vehicle's got to be kept in there in the future and it's got to be worked upon. You know, it has to be planned ahead.
Ground elder is called goutweed, used as you would spinach. We'll have to have a go with that.
Well, learn about it properly first before you start trying to feed me.
We like spinach.
Yeah, if it's free, good food and it tastes okay, yeah, great.
What, we keep freezing?
Who's saying we're freezing? It's quite
Did
warm.
you?
I'm quite warm in here, love.
It's not showing us that we're buffering or anything.
Is it? The garage will be demolished. She has good insurance. Okay. Okay. And then you can start again then and do whatever you need. Okay.
Yeah, Popeye likes spinach.
Yeah. So I am thinking she will get an right, okay.
Hey, well done, Deborah.
What's that?
She's found the Facebook page.
Yay! Great to have you on board, Deborah. If I wouldn't say it to someone's face, I don't say it online. Being autistic, it can be hard sometimes for me to word things. Yeah. If you're not prepared to say it to someone's face, you shouldn't be writing it or typing it anyway, you know. Yeah. It's human behaviour and manners, isn't it? Dignity for yourself, really.
Closer.
Yes, the feed keeps freezing. Okay, Mr. Wallflower's just going to look at the router and hopefully prevent that. I'm just got to do an insured testing and covered for it, you know. The worst thing is if the insurance refused to pay out. Sometimes here there's been structural damage to homes, whether it be through damp, rainfall, etc. They use the term act of God, and they don't pay out under those circumstances. Yeah. No.
She was on about that phrase before, wasn't she, in the video? It's called an act of God.
Yeah, do it here. Oh, thanks for letting us know, Sarah. Sarah had to leave and come back again. She said the freezing stopped, so yeah. I got barred from Facebook because of copyright. It's ridiculous. Why? What was the copyright, Gaz?
But you can on YouTube
Mother
as well.
Wolf, I have no filter. If it comes into my mind, then it's coming out of my mouth. Thankfully, my family and friends are used to me. You can only be you, Mother Wolf. British saying Facebook's rubbish anyway. I'm sorry, Caroline. Another lady said that she went out and then come back in. Maybe if you try, she said, because it stopped freezing once she did that.
I brought the router closer to the laptop.
What were you doing in the garden, Tessie? Were you planting anything or tidying up, or what were you up to today? Or can't you tell me? Is it a trade secret for a new video? We moved a strawberry bed and we're turning that into a broad bean bed. I think you call it fava bean. I think you might call it fava bean, what we call a broad bean. So what I'm removing from the strawberry bed will be replaced with the fava beans. Here in the Sierras, with 20 feet of snow, as well as saturated soil combined with wind, has brought down lots of old oak trees. Oh. And are you safe, Beth? Have you had any damage there? Hoping you're okay, love.
We just couldn't imagine 20 foot of snow.
Yeah, we just couldn't imagine any of that, could we?
Especially this time of the year.
Oh, you're welcome, holy cow. Oh, Tessie's made a Peter Rabbit scarecrow.
Son-in-law made it.
Oh, planting potatoes and onions. Very good. Mr. Wallflowers was just saying today he wants to plant some potatoes tomorrow here.
And we've got onions.
Yeah. Facebook is getting even more controlling, says Cindy. They have eyes and ears watching everyone from music to what we're talking. Completely, that goes across the board. It's going to be the whole internet.
Not just Facebook.
Facebook make it so obvious by clamping down on people's posts and banning people and doing the punishment scenarios. But across the board, everything's monitored.
Your smart TVs, your
nothing,
phones, they can listen in when they want and control your camera. They can remote access your camera.
We do, Tony. Occasionally we've been up to Lee, haven't we?
Yeah, Lee's not far.
Lee's not far from us at all, Tony.
15 minutes away.
Yeah. Is that where you're based, love? We haven't, Rhonda. I say when we went on the orchard walk yesterday. It's been such a long day today. We saw some garlic there, but I didn't have a bag or anything to contain it in, so I didn't pick any. But we will be going back to get more, so I can do.
The good thing about it now is you can just go and pick it when you need it, and
because it's in such abundance now. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. And with the lot I picked out of my garden, I picked some of the wild garlic out of my garden, and we ate it with the meal. Did some garlic bread with it. We ate the flower heads in it as well. It was beautiful.
Wow, mushrooms are amazing this spring. Lots of fiddlehead ferns.
Yeah, fiddlehead ferns are supposed to be delicious. Yeah. What's Sassy saying?
You just got to be careful.
The electric line of the tree fell right on the line, sparks everywhere. Wow. It was awful to witness. After it was done, the people just laughed. Crazy. That's it. Some people just have no understanding.
And did anything happen to them? Because they've cut the power to everyone, haven't they? So
Mr. Wallflowers. I know, yeah.
So who's paying for that to be fixed? Surely they're liable to be paying for that, aren't they?
Beth, Mr. Wallflowers likes the mushrooms, but I can't digest mushrooms. I get too much indigestion, but I'm sure you'd enjoy that, wouldn't you? But the fiddlehead ferns, I've not done yet.
We've had the chaga mushroom. We made chaga tea.
Yeah. Thanks, Rhonda.
I can't call my name. Easter Lions. I can call my name.
Hi, Carol. Okay, Tony.
I don't think many people would know what that was.
The next time you come over to Lobby Gobblers Land, give us a show. Do you know what? I love a pan of scouse, but I do like a pan of lobbies too. And I've made plenty of pans of lobbies with a tin of corned beef. Yeah, done it quite a few times. So where we live in between Greater Manchester and in between Liverpool, and we're actually Lancashire. A pan of scouse, if you're not familiar with it, is a variation of a stew. So basically you'd use stew and steak or beef, and you just have carrots, potatoes and onions, and that's a pan of scouse. and that's the Liverpool section or the Lancashire section. And when you go to the Wigan or the Greater Manchester section, they call theirs lobbies. And instead of using the beef or the stew and steak or the steak, they'd actually use a tin of corned beef. And they'll put carrots, potatoes, onions, the same kind of thing, but they'll use a tin of corned beef
Just
instead
as nice.
and they're both equally delicious, but they're a completely different meal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've been a lobby gobbler ourselves, Tony. Mother Wolf got a ban in 2020 for comparing what was going on with a certain regime in the late 30s and 40s. It's only escalated since then, in my opinion. It certainly has, and we all know exactly what comparison you're talking about, and you weren't wrong. And, you know, only the true post gets the bans on. You know, you can put an accusation up of some other kind, and, you know, if it's not true, they'll leave it to go through. If it's true, they'll squash it.
Got smashed every window in the greenhouse.
Tessie, Mr. Wallflowers brings up a good point. Who's paying for that? Is the country paying for the clean-up and repairs? They should make those folks pay whatever it costs for repairs. Technically, they should be paying for it, but I have a feeling that they lied about it and said that the storm took the tree down because we just had storms, and the storms did not take their tree down. But by the time they came to fix it, I'm sure they told them that it was a storm that did it. Crazy. They'll do anything to squiddle out of it, you know, to look for an excuse not to pay it, but you can try and bring the communities together and prove otherwise, maybe. I don't know.
It's a lot of suffering for everyone just because of them messing about. I'm sure your electric rates will go up. Well, someone's going to pay for it.
It doesn't go down, does it?
When we went to America, and you see all the power lines and all the like telegraph poles, wasn't it? And all the little towns.
Well, it's the same as you see our phone lines.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of setup.
But you don't see like the electric lines like that, do you? All ours are underground or
pylons in the
countryside.
Yeah.
I'm originally from the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. Have you ever been?
No. We've not been to Virginia.
Is that near the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia?
Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia.
On the trail of the lonesome pine. We know that one.
No, we've been to Florida. We went up to NASA.
Been all around Florida.
That's it, really, isn't it? We got married in Cypress Gardens. We've not done much of America at all, really. We've been twice. We've been twice. But it was the same area twice, wasn't it?
No, we stayed in Lakeland first and then Orlando.
Yeah. We did all Sealand, Disney World.
We were just like the tourists.
Proper tourists, yeah.
Oh, it is in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Yeah, Laurel and Hardy classics.
Yep.
Nearly 100 years ago, and it's still going strong.
It's mad, that, isn't it?
And still funny. They thought it was funny. And if you would know them like I know them, you would understand. How can they think it was funny just to wipe all the power out?
We're in our middle 50s, native of planet India. How old are you?
Middle-aged.
Should never ask a lady how old she is.
We're middle-aged.
Not quite Twilight. If the power company talks to the insurance company and finds out neighbours and they learn it was people caused, not storm caused, the humans will get the bill. That's another fine miss you can do. 18. Very good. One born every minute, Tessie. That's what my grandpa said. Yeah. 65.
Mm-hmm.
And the wink.
2 years before me.
Aye.
No, I don't think
no, but it's an old thing that etiquette is never to ask a lady her age. It's just...
Yeah, it's normal here now. Years ago we used to say that. But I think people just say their age now, don't they?
Bred, born and raised in Richmond, Virginia, moved to Florida 3 years ago this month. We missed the trees and the mountains. The fall colours will take your breath away. Hello, everyone. Easter blessings. Easter blessings, Capricia.
Yeah, Florida's just flat, isn't it? It's just... There's no mountains or anything.
That one.
I'm 69 and I don't care.
And I don't care. Have you done a show this evening, guys? Have you been on doing your DJing?
The way you type, guys, you don't look 69.
Mark's favourite saying is, "There's no lazy, that's my mother." Typical of a Sunbridger. Typical.
Caroline's 70. Cindy's 71.
Well.
That's it. It's just a number, isn't it?
Good on you, girls.
So as long as you're healthy and you can get about.
That's it. Still up and at 'em. I'm old enough to know better, but young enough to do it all again.
To do it anyway. Yeah.
Love it, must have all love it. It is, Tessie. Aye. Ladies and gentlemen of a certain age.
Like an OAP's meeting.
1 o'clock club. And the 9 o'clock club. Here in the UK, the pensioners' lunch club is normally called the 1 o'clock club.
Because they're all asleep by 2.
So what else has been going on, guys? Anything else been happening that we've been talking about?
The Trump thing the other day. What was all that all about? He was in court, was he?
What was it, an indictment?
Yeah.
So an indictment isn't an arrest. It's just a telling off or a warning. Have we got that right? Was he actually arrested?
No.
No, so it's not an arrest. It's not imprisonment.
No.
It's
And
just,
is anything going to happen to him?
so what does indictment mean? Is it really just a telling off, or remember when it was considered uncouth to talk about sex, politics, religion? I'm old. There's a lady here, Beth. She used to be on a television program called Countdown. It was basically
just like a quiz show.
But involved letters and
letters
numbers. And she was a mathematician, very attractive for her age, etc. And she supported the Conservative Party here for quite a while. And something happened. I don't know what actually happened, but she kind of like backlashed against the Conservative Party. And I'm not being too sure about this lady for a number of years. Very attractive lady, very intelligent, and did a good show on the TV. Other than that, I wasn't sure of an opinion one way or other, except knowing that she supported the Conservative Party at some point. And I watched an interview with her a couple of days ago. It was sexual politics, basically, and it was about the menopause for women. And it was such an interesting show. So basically, within the workforce, there is
maternity leave.
There's maternity leave. There's understanding if a woman has morning sickness. There's understanding if she has pregnancy issues. Even for men, there's paternity leave and understanding if they have to rush home, etc. for the imminent pregnancy or the child being born, etc. There's disability law. There's, now there's the pronoun laws of accepting people being whatever it is and whatever issues they might have if they've had operations or etc. But yeah, women have gone through menopause for many, many years, whether it be hot flushes, whether it be mental strain, brain fog, a whole stream of anxiety, a whole stream of issues. And there's no understanding in the workplace for women suffering menopause at all. So much so that if a woman is getting flushes and is sweating profusely, she can sometimes be the butt of the joke in the office, being called sweaty or being called names, etc. And there's no concessions or understanding to take menopause leave, to be able to go to the toilets in, never mind white collar, what a factory floor setting or wherever the job may be. There's no understanding for women with menopause. And it was such an interesting show she did. They're trying to do a show from people in television series coming together and doing like a grassroots approach in the government to have it instilled in the government to actually put these clauses in the contracts to make it easier for menopausal women in the workplace and across the board. And yes, sexual politics was uncomfortable to talk about at one stage, but I think certain things do need to be talked about and people need to use honest approach about it, but at the same time still have dignity and talk with respect about it. It's no longer men don't want to talk about these issues because their wife will be suffering it and therefore they will be suffering and going through the issues of the menopause at the same time. So not personally but proxy through the wife.
But it's men that are making the rules about it, isn't
that's it, and they're not suffering it and going through it,
and Yvette says she's still going through it in the 60s.
Yeah It's had such a devastating effect on me, the menopause. Now it's affected my bones, it's affected my health, it's affected a lot of things with me.
A few people saying the Trump thing was a distraction, and that's it. What's coming in with all that Trump stuff to distract us?
Yeah, well, he's probably distracting from the digitalisation, isn't he? Hi, Catherine, love. So Catherine's saying, I'm done with menopause, but I started menstruation at a very young age in 5th grade. And when I went vegetarian junior high school, lost the breast and most of until I was on close to 40. Wow. That's a lot to go through, Catherine. It's a lot to go through. Didn't seem to go like a normal indictment. Maybe it will lead to other White House residents being indicted.
Yeah, Caroline's saying Carol Vorderman's been on about the menopause.
Yeah, it was a really interesting show I watched, and although I'm undecided of how I feel about the lady herself, or I just don't have a view on her, I really found it interesting what she was covering. Yeah.
Live Scouts chat.
Hi, what's that?
The live Scouts chat sounded fun. Yeah, you'd love the Scouts.
Who put that?
69.
Hi all, new here, but live Scouts chat sounded fun. Very welcome, 69 fucker.
Oh, yeah.
Got me to say his name. I tend to be serious when discussing life issues. Have never joked about things like that. Hi, Nida. During my pre-med studies, I was so excited about women's studies in Los Angeles, where they focused on the women's bodies. Everything about us is different from men. We need our own healthcare system. Yeah. There's a lot of issues, as the menstrual cycle. We get no support with any of the products we need to purchase, any of the facilities when we're actually going through that menstrual cycle. It's crazy. So we're coming up to the last 15 minutes of the show now. And I see some other people coming into the chat. Thanks, Nida. Mr. Wallflowers has gone to make another coffee. He's keeping me in Bruce tonight. He's looking after me at the moment. So we've got 94 likes on the board, and then we've got 63 of us present, so we're not doing too bad. Love you too, Catherine. Lovely to have you with us, and I so appreciate all your support in the comments, love. You really do look after me. Wee bit of trivia. I encountered your PM, Rishi Sunak, at Stanford back around 2005. Did you, Beth? When you say encountered, did you just see him from a distance, or were you actually in his company? Was there something of a connection, or were you introduced, or did you just see him from a distance? Hi, Lottie. Hi, Shelley. I don't know what's what, but just seeing you're on together. Please hope this true. Haven't been able to watch, so heartbreaking, so many things. We are, Shelley. Your eyes don't deceive you. Mr. Wallflowers is just making me another cup of coffee. Is keeping me watered. We're doing the show together. Shelley wants to see you with me.
Hello. Been here all night.
My internist is female and a close friend. I don't know what an internist is, Beth. Sorry.
Happy birthday, Donna Kay's mum. Oh, Sarah.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
birthday.
All the best. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
You
birthday.
look like a monkey and you smell like one too. Only joking, love. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Thanks, Jessica. New subscriber.
Oh, brilliant. Welcome, Jessica.
Cheers, guys. See you later, mate.
Take care, love. We'll speak to you soon. Oh.
Please hug each other.
We don't perform.
She's asking for.
I know. What I'm saying is, we don't perform like monkeys.
Yeah, oh, yeah. We're not dancing monkeys.
We're not dancing monkeys, you know.
From Canada. I'm taking classes. Using graduate business class. It was
Rishi.
Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, she met him at Stanford. And she said he was taking classes at Stanford, still do, and he was in the graduate business class. That's crazy, that, Beth. When was that?
And did you teach him?
Oh, Shelley. We're working at things, we're communicating, and we're taking it slowly, step by step, but we are communicating, we are okay. We've had a nice couple of days, haven't we?
Very nice. Will do, Mr. Tony Bad Boy.
So Les said, I've just popped back in the house and seen the cuddle scene. That's lovely. I told him we're not performing monkeys, but he still did it.
I thought you were busy with your lambs.
Oh. I'm getting off, guys. Feeling shattered. See you next week. See you next week, Bridget. Lovely to see you, hon.
Take it easy.
Take no nonsense off them kids tomorrow. They'll run you ragged, love.
Expecting sun by morning.
Oh, nice to see you, cold winds. Yeah.
Watching from Paris. How's Paris going lately? I've seen a lot of riots on the streets lately over there.
Yeah, it looked horrible, didn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, it looked vicious.
Everyone's had enough, haven't they?
Thanks, Caroline.
Enjoyed your walk in the woods.
It was the comment after I was laughing. Right then. So we're going to do some gardening videos over the next couple of days. We're planning the day out on Monday, aren't we?
Mm.
Where are we off on Monday?
Pendle.
So we're off to Pendle, and what's it called? The Witches.
Pendle Witches. It's like a witch trail and a tour of like the Pendle witch trials that happened in 1600s.
I noticed Mary, but just cracking on at the moment. So, so we're going to we're going to take a nice picnic with us for lunch. Hopefully the weather's good. We're going to go to the caves, the witch caves, is it?
Well, just like a witch trail.
A witch trail in Pendle, and have a nice little walk and a bit of fresh air. So we're actually looking forward to that on Monday. Tomorrow's back in the garden, get some more organisation done and more work done. And then Monday's a day out. So that's the weekend for us. What's Tessie laughing at?
The chat's going a bit crazy.
There's some of these new people just going to be.
Let them have the fun.
Yeah, let them have the 2 minutes, as long as we know and we're all aware what's going on. It did. It sounds like a nice little trip. So, yeah. Getting the beds organised, getting the compost organised, the weeding done. What are you laughing at?
The chat gets really lively at the end.
Your stream's kind of interest.
Considering there's that many supposed to be on tonight live.
No, yeah. The other ones mustn't be good enough.
We're open late.
They're a good team. They figured it out. My son told me once, Mum, you don't take anything when I was learning to get on. Then you would know. I'm polite and I block.
It used to be mad at first and you'd shout him down and say, how do we do this on the computer? I've told you about 10 times.
I'm not showing you again. I'll be sitting there for a week waiting for him to fix me phone.
How do we do this again? That's a some salad leaves. Yeah, get your salad grown now. Good night, Cindy.
Good night, Cindy, love. Nice to see you tonight. Right, I think we're going to have to draw for a close because I'm going to have to go for the bathroom visit.
Imagine if the chat was just Scousers.
No, because we'd miss all our lovely friends that are here from everywhere else around the world. We've got a beautiful community here. Scousers, Americans, Australians, Canadians, Irish, Welsh, Scottish, you name it, everybody. Swedish, yeah, all over the place. Yeah. Beautiful community we've got. Okay, so we're going to draw to a close. We're going to wish you happy Easter for tomorrow.
Don't be eating too many eggs.
Don't be eating too much chocolate and goodies. And look out for our video tomorrow.
Weather's been great here, Stephen. Last couple of days have been brilliant. And tomorrow's supposed to be good.
I'm trying to say goodbye here.
I know, you're still asking questions. My other half was the Scouser, the posh part of Toxteth. The posh part of Toxteth. If there was
good night from him.
Okay, I'll have to go. See you.
See you all soon. Love you all. Good night.
Thanks for joining.